welcome back to the Training Club channel. As you can probably see from the background, today we're down at Nile Gymnastics in Rotherham. Other than it being -6 out here, really looking forward to getting inside and showing you guys round. Gabe, Reese and Nile are already inside warming up, so yeah, let's see what Nile's got in store for us today. Great work, Gabe. Parkour. Someone's gonna get hurt here.
Welcome to my playground. Right, line up. Can I just show you what I taught Reese in the last 5 minutes? Look how good I am.
3, 2, 1.
Is that the piston?
How good is that?
Right, boys, we're gonna go through a quick warm-up, stretch, get you on the trampoline, get you doing a strength challenge, and get you doing an assault course. Are we ready?
You see the documentary that you recently released?
Yeah.
Whose idea was actually to film it and get it done? Yours or?
Well, like part of the struggle that I had, like the biggest and most important thing I found was talking about it. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Gabe, you look like you're getting arrested. He's like this. He's like, sorry, sir.
Yeah. So, talking about the journey was really important, and then as it got further down the line, I think me telling that story publicly, the motivation for me was just to help people.
Did you feel like when you released the documentary, it sort of lifted the weight off your shoulders? In a sense of sort of like sharing that story was sort of sharing the issue, and it made you feel any better, just to sort of that you were helping people.
The relief from
You get forward like that.
from the reaction.
Come push me down.
From the reaction, yes, it was a bold thing to do, you know, be like fully open like that to the world. So I was petrified and probably very anxious before it actually went out, because it was that realization, it's like, holy shit, everyone's gonna know my darkest secrets and demons. But then once it went out there and there was no judgment and there was just support, and it was all support, it did feel exactly what you said. It was just a complete, you know.
Did you feel more vulnerable sharing this story?
Yeah, very.
Is that the best word to describe it?
I was so vulnerable and it was a bit weird, because I was such passionate about making this film, and it took us 6 months to make.
Is that how long it took?
You got a project, yeah, and I was working hard every day on doing it, and I was really excited about it. Then it came the day of upload, and then I was like, it hit me. I was like, holy shit! Like I said, this story's going out there. I felt so vulnerable.
Did you have any second thoughts about sharing it?
No, because I knew everyone had put so much work into it, and I knew, you know, it was going to, hopefully if it was received well, it was going to help a lot of people. So it would have been selfish to not put it out there in the end. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like watching it as well, we obviously watched it together, and I think the relatability to the video itself, from knowing people who've gone through a similar thing, it was so nice to see a message coming from someone of your stature, because people will think that you're always living this
Exactly. I've got the dream life, yeah. Like, why have I got what have I got to be depressed about?
People think Nile Wilson, Olympic gymnast, has it all. So social life, family, friends.
So like this that you say, Barney, that message coming from an alpha athlete who's meant to not show weakness and be a strong human being. I'm actually saying, look, I'm just like you. If you're struggling through mental health, and I think, yeah, like you say, it was important for me to do that, and I think hopefully it was powerful. First one, coordination. So you're going to touch front heel opposite hand to foot, front heel opposite hand to foot, back, but fast, moving forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Barney, what's Barney doing? All right, go backwards this time. What? Front, back. Yeah, Reese has got it. Barney, you look brilliant, mate. Gabe's got it. Right, next line. Next line, you're watching. So it's a memory game. We're gonna go straight jump, tuck jump, star jump, straddle jump, pike jump, stick. All rebounded. Straight jump, tuck jump, star, straddle, pike, stick. Straight, tuck, star, straddle, pike. He went straight tuck, straddle, star, tuck. Go on, that was good.
Right, I know exactly what I'm doing, mate.
Go on then, Barney.
Go, your turn.
Go for it.
Go on then, big nuts.
Straight, tuck, star, straddle. I don't remember saying forward roll in any of those. Nearly. Go on, Gabe. Go on, Gabe.
Alright.
Okay, well, we're about to find out. Gabe.
This is for you. Straight.
Straight, tuck, star, straddle, pike, stick. Gave it the best.
Oh, come on.
Okay, last one, boys, when we're warm. We're going to see how this will be an interesting one. From this end to that end, handstand walk. Come on then, Reese.
Oh,
Sachi.
Up first.
Oh, it's good. Push tall, push tall, push tall. Keep it moving. It's going backwards. Come on, keep those heels over your head.
Yep, baby.
Come on, you're nearly there. Keep going. Over halfway. The key to his Bentley's falling out of his pocket. Oh, just. Right, boys, see if you can beat to this line. I'd be really, really, really shocked if you do, but here we go. His body's like spaghetti.
Gabe's like a frog splash. Oh no, Barney, get back on your line.
He's not beating me. Why are you having? I'm not having that.
Go on, Barney.
Yeah, but you've gone down
That's fucking hilarious. Watch out, watch his body wobbles. He's like everything was shaking.
What do you mean? That's a crawl.
Okay, a good warm up. The next part
We all know.
is flexibility. Let's see how flexible these boys are.
So this whole story stemmed from your injury.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was back in near the Commonwealth Games in 2018. Around so at that time it started to stem from.
Yeah.
Your sister said that it was the beginning of the end. What do you think she meant by that? The beginning of the end.
I think that period, because it was such a high, that games, and I was probably one of the strongest versions of myself.
And that's when you won the? Was that
I
when you
won
won the
I won
bronze?
5 medals in the Gold Coast at the Commonwealth
Yeah.
Games, so I was the most successful England athlete at that games. So I think what she meant by that is I was starting to show signs of, although I was at the time a success and the greatest athlete, I was starting to show signs that maybe my behaviour had started to change, and that mentally I wasn't as strong as maybe it was perceived.
Yeah.
And then the following from that games, then a lot of things started to change.
Do it properly. What are you doing?
Okay, we'll do ankle stretch now.
Yeah, I definitely need that. Kind of what you just said there, you feel like your behaviour changed.
Yeah.
Do you think moving out changed your behaviour because you were more influenced by the people that were around you, e.g. some friends, spending less time with your family? Do you think that had a big influence on sort of your alcohol abuse and your mindset?
Yeah, I think the environment I was in at that period, I don't think it had an influence. I think it definitely accelerated the problem.
I think it's very easily done as
even
well,
if I was
actually.
still living at home, I don't think it would have removed my feelings of anxiety or low mood or the challenges internally that I was having. I just think living in town and having certain friends around me that was like the partying culture was really accepted and it was easy to do. Like I say, it definitely just accelerated the problems that spiraled out of control. Definitely a lot faster.
That it accelerated the problems. Looking back, do you think that they were coping mechanisms?
All of them were. My abuse with alcohol, gambling, smoking, all those things were me trying to cope with what mentally I was feeling at that time.
They're all things that an athlete of yourself don't necessarily get involved with, so it compromises everything that you're supposed to be about.
Exactly. It made it worse. My behaviour deteriorated my mental health, and my mental health deteriorated my behaviour. They were like a negative loop. Exactly. Because I'm not meant to drink. I'm not meant to smoke. I'm not meant to gamble. I'm an athlete. I'm meant to be this healthy person. So it was. The only way I knew how to get rid of my feelings of anxiety was to drink. But then when I was drinking, I would get judged and pointed at, which caused me more anxiety. Yeah. So it was just this negative spiral that just, like I say, was accelerated so quick. And then all of a sudden I found myself in this place where it was like, what the fuck? How did I get here? sticking, landing on your feet dead without moving is one of the most important things in gymnastics. First one, straight jump, easy peasy.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Keep your core tight, keep that core tight.
Box.
Ronnie Gibson.
Box. Box. Stay.
He stuck it. I'm not giving a point for that because that was the worst straight jump I've ever seen. Your legs were like that. Let's go again.
Sorry, mum and dad. I'll let you down. 1, 2.
Straight jump. Yeah.
That's not straight.
I mean,
half a point. Half a point.
Next time, I'll give you
half a point.
Listen, I'll give you a point.
Oh my.
But I want you to hold the position longer. You kind of went like that, and then you walked out of it. Sachi, straight jump.
Shame on you.
Right,
Show
do you know
what? We might as well just double.
Next one, half turn.
I can't jump.
Off you go. Half.
Two.
That's how you slide into DMs. I'm not gonna take a point. That's terrible.
Sachi.
Oh!
Scores are still the same, no point. Full turn.
Go on. Go on.
Oh, yes! 1 point.
1, 2.
Full. Nearly. Point each at the moment.
Sachi's mess.
Got a chance, got a chance.
You know when you're turning, it's mad.
Yeah, you're having that. You can have a point. Last one, boys. Interesting. This one's worth 5 points.
Okay.
So basically, if you stick in this,
10 more.
you're winning.
Here we go.
Front flip. Careful, careful. You alright?
I broke my back.
A vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Come on, Gabe. Come on, Gabe. Oh, thank God they're not hurt themselves. Jesus. Come on, Reese.
That was better than me.
That was better than yours two.
Well done. Well done.
Well, guys, the winner of that challenge is Mr. Sachi.
Alright, stop showing off
And you
now.
can see
won.
why.
Once you'd kind of come to terms with what was happening and you could personally see that there was a problem, what did you do to kind of change your mindset and snap out of what it may have
Was
been?
there a light bulb moment and you just thought, you know what?
You in now?
This isn't me.
Yeah.
There was some, the light bulb moments for me were the lowest bits.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's tough to talk about, but I got that low that, you know, I considered what even is life worth living for. Does that make sense? So, but they were real good triggers because I feel like I had to reach that rock bottom to go right. And the thing that I did in those moments was just reach out and ask for help.
Yeah.
I said, like, I accepted and I told people that I trust, and unfortunately at this level I do get help, psychological help. I can see doctors. Yeah. I said, look, I'm not alright. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm feeling. I need help. Please, can you help me? And I got that help.
Something similar, and I would say in my own personal experience, admitting there is something wrong was most likely the biggest step for myself. And admitting to myself, like, right, there is something going on here that's not right. Do you feel like that was a huge milestone in actually accepting these things that were happening?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't fix it.
No,
but absolutely, it was the most pivotal part to then sort of the journey that felt like was doing that. It then from that moment of acceptance and then you're willing to get help, say, look,
It acts as a turning point.
I'm begging for help here, please. Like I say, then the only way is up from there. But it might go like that, and it definitely did for me. It was like
just a roller coaster of
and still,
emotions.
today I still struggle with the feelings of low mood and depression, but now I'm so much more aware, and because of the help that I got from psychologists and therapists, and I was disciplined enough to stop drinking as much and using those coping mechanisms. Like today I'm so much more aware and feeling so much more control of my mental well-being, and you know, I've looked at life in a different way and a different perspective.
Yeah. Who did you go to first now? Because Reece, obviously you touched on kind of your own personal struggles with mental health and things like that, and you came to me as a best friend and said, look, there's something not quite right, and I know him better than anybody. I know when he's not himself, but you never really understand the extent of something like that until it's happening right in front of your own eyes. Like, who did you go to?
My personal manager, Luke Sutton, he'd been through similar things. He'd ended up in rehab with alcohol addiction. So he was always someone that I could just sound off, and he'd never judge me, and also he's been through a very similar thing, so he was able to guide me. But he was the man. My friends knew, everyone knew, like say, the people around you, you end up becoming a self-destructive person, and you get more and more distant from your loved ones and the family because they can't connect with you and they look at you and you're doing these stupid things. But yeah, Luke was definitely the man, and he helped me so much. Just for entertainment purposes, Reece, you're probably going to be able to do this. I'm going to see how good you guys can do at a muscle up.
I've trained in 4 months.
Right, shall we just give Reece points now, or?
Go on there, brother.
Come on.
Aye.
Watch it.
Go again.
2.
All right.
Yeah, I can barely stay on that.
I think you should start off low, by the way.
Someone keep it still. You ready?
I'm in.
That's small, like.
No, sweet.
Yeah.
Try to get at these.
Right, come on, Gabe.
Yeah! Come on!
Oh, right.
As an individual who's been through this over however many years and coming out at the end of it in a much better place, and obviously I'm sure you're still working on that, what piece of advice would you give to someone at any stage of, you know, like we've touched on, anxiety, depression, from a personal perspective?
I think, it's said a lot, but just talk, and I know that's difficult, and fortunately I had people around me that I could talk to, but you know, hopefully maybe you don't sometimes know. Biggest problem for me was like, what's going on with me? Why am I feeling like this? And maybe my words today in this video can connect with someone and go, actually, do you know what, I'm not all right as well. And then my biggest advice to that person would be just talk to someone.
I think it's one of the major topics is just telling someone. Like, I'll relate it back to myself, like saying it to Barney, shared that sort of that journey and that pressure that I felt, and like saying with
that
Luke,
hurt me as well.
Shared it
To know that your friend's going through something like that.
And you always kind of question yourself, is there anything I could have done different? But what people need to also understand is that these thoughts and these things and actions which you do, they're at no
Completely normal. Completely normal. And also, the person that you talk to may be feeling the same way.
Yeah.
So that
100%.
talking to them might be a relief to them, because it's actually, do you know what? It's always that vision I have with two people at an office job. They're sat next to each other. They don't talk to each other at all. They're both really struggling internally, and like now's a period as well where the world is. It's such a tough time with COVID, people losing jobs. It's like,
This year's been crazy.
it's been mental, so there's bound to be a detrimental effect on people's mental well-being and mental health. You could be sat next to the same person, feeling exactly the same as you, but neither of you are, you're too afraid to talk. And like that conversation with that person can just save 2 people's lives.
And
So just talk.
From conversations with kind of other people as well, both yourself and I, my dad is another example, like he has said from being in quite a difficult place himself, there's no better feeling than coming out of the other end of it, because you will then, not in a bad way, question yourself, why did I let myself think like that?
Yeah.
And you'll always ask that.
I'd never change. I won't change a thing. It's made me to the person that I am today, and again, it's just a test. It's just a lesson that life's thrown at you, and it was rough at the time, or it might be rough right now.
Do you feel like it has made you stronger a bit?
Absolutely. Yeah. Last gymnast standing or hanging is the champion.
Okay.
Let's say these 2.
I'm going to move this in.
Right.
So
I'm
get up.
unfortunately 6 foot and too tall for this game.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Same. Off you get.
Move over. I'm a big guy, you know.
3, 2, 1.
I got this. I got this.
It's starting to hurt you. Reece, mate, you might be making a mistake there, being a bit cocky like that.
Gabe, I've got an idea, wrap your legs around him.
You must be getting tired now. Look how cocky he is. Look how cocky he is.
Whose bundle just made noise?
Oh, he's down. 2 left. Come on, Gabe. Come on. Come on, Gabe. Come on.
I feel like we're on a game of gladiators.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
How's the missus?
Same shit, different day. Hold me, baby. Hold me, baby. Hold me, baby.
Oh, he's nearly home.
No, that was cheating.
Boys, champs.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
We've had a lot of fun. Training club. Boom!
From what I saw from a year ago when I knew you, and I see you at partying 2 years ago, totally different human being.
100%.
It's so crazy. You're still on this journey, because the journey never ends, and it never stops. You just learn how to adapt, become a better person, become a better you, really.
From your personal experience as well, what piece of advice would you give to someone struggling, going through your own problems?
Exactly what Nile said, and I would say it through thick and thin, is talking. Me even admitting like that I'm struggling or I feel a different way, and just sharing that, whether it's yourself, friends, my nan was a key part of it, and just admitting and talking about it, it really helps. Like, it's hard, you get that gut-wrenching feeling when you do talk about it, but when you do it, you feel so relieved. Yeah. It's the number one thing, is just talk. Like, even if it's just a little bit about it, it doesn't have to be everything. You don't have to share your darkest secrets, you don't have to give the ins and outs, it's just a little bit, you know. It really did help me. And it still does today. I go through ups and downs.
Oh, mate, I think we speak about it more so now in terms of day to day, how we're feeling, than we ever did. 1, from personal experience, but 2, you want to know how people are feeling. You want to know where people are at. And same with you, like, how are you feeling today? You know, it's a very open question, but I think talking about it and it being more topical than ever with what's happening with mental health, I think will save a lot of people.
I love that question. You know, I ask people every day. I think it's such a key question. It's just asking, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fucking fantastic.